Summer Solstice, Pravend to Rovalt. I arrived in Rovalt. The north has a wild reputation, but my trip was peaceful enough. I passed the Ox Pool on the day of the summer solstice, and from a high place you could see bonfires on the edges reflected in the waters, as though it was a ring of lights. Then I headed northwest into the Ebor Peninsula. I found Istiana's man Viduntar easily enough in a tavern in Rovalt. We spent a few evenings chatting and playing Mu Torere, a popular game in the Northlands. I do not think it is Vlandian in origin, but games, they say, are like migrating birds. You see them on one side of the world, and then you see them on the other side, and no one can tell how it got there. I say evenings, but the sky stayed bright almost until midnight. As a southerner, I am not used to such things. The Vlandians make good soups, with lentils and peas and turnips all boiled together and flavored with pork fat, and they taste especially good in the cold mountains. Viduntar was a Nord. Nords are all over these lands. Sometimes they come as sea raiders, other times as traders, and Viduntar is a prospector. The mountains around here are rich in silver and other metals, and every summer after the snow melt, men trek into the steam beds to find promising-looking ores washed down into the valleys. The prospectors sell it to smelters and appraisers in the towns. Silver is usually mixed in with other metals, and the value of ores is hard to recognize, and Viduntar said the prospectors know they are shamelessly cheated. But at least you make a living without having to answer to a landlord, shopmaster, or jarl. Istiana had sent 400 dinars to Viduntar, which squared our accounts. But that just meant more coins I needed to carry on me, and I figured I would need to be very lucky to avoid getting robbed at least once more on the way home. Luckily, I found another way for my money to travel. Many of the fur traders and prospectors and fortune-seekers in Rovalt have the same problem as I do, and there are numerous merchants who specialized in the transfer of funds. I found one from Danustica, which is near enough Vostrum, and asked around about him, and he had a good reputation, so I decided to take the risk. I gave him the 400 dinars, and he took a strip of parchment with various dashes and dots written on it as a form of code, then ripped it in two and handed me half. He'll send the other half to his partner in Vostrum with a caravan. Then, when I arrive home, I can find the partner and, if the torn edges match, collect my money. Istiana instructed me to head eastward along the southern shores of the Bay of Varcheg, and I'll cut inland into the Battanian lands towards Dunglanis and my ultimate destination, Shannon.